Today, guys, I'm going to do some mashed Dutch yellow potatoes. Before the keto police come this way, kind of deciding not to be in a box. I'm not just going to do keto, not just going to do low carb, not just going to do carbs all the time. We're just going to do things as we go and within healthy moderation. So let's go in, and I also want to give you guys recipes that are universal, that people that are not following strict diets can use. So just mixing it up. I got this bag of baby Dutch yellow potatoes from Aldi's, and I want to say they were less than $4. We're not going to use the whole bag. I am going to be making some fish. I'm actually going to be doing salmon. I'll be doing a recipe for that, or a video for that as well. So I'm not sure whether this one will load first or that one will load first. Needless to say, just go back and watch everything on our channel and become one of the homies. So here I have 3 cups of water on a medium simmer, waiting for that to boil up a little bit, and I'm just going to season the water. Here in my mixing bowl, I have some garlic powder, 2 tablespoons, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, and then I just added about 2 teaspoons of parsley flakes. Also, to this boiling water, I am going to add a flavored or infused garlic cooking oil. I picked this up in the home section of Ross. Again, like I was saying in one of my previous videos, whenever I go to Ross, Home Goods, TJ Maxx, I always like to peruse their home section just to see what kind of seasonings, oils that they have available on clearance or regular day prices for them. This was $2.99 and its compared price is $6. So check those aisles when you go into those stores. All right, so let's get going. And I'm not really following a recipe, I'm just winging it. So it's a little bit of whatever I have here is what's gonna go in the pot. I'm gonna mash them through and then add some delicious flavors. Let's go. Okay, so we're gonna go in with our garlic fusion cooking oil. I'm pouring it in, but I'll tell you about how much I use. I will say that is about 1/4 of a cup of cooking oil that I added to the potatoes. And again, that is garlic infused or garlic fusion cooking oil. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get my strainer out, and we're going to wash and clean our potatoes. Don't take them straight out of the bag and just dump them into the pot. We don't do that over here, okay? So cleanliness is best. So let's get our strainer, go over to our warm water, and let's get going with that. All right, so I have my strainer or colander, whatever you call it. This came in my pot set, but I'm quite sure, like those sections that I called out earlier, Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Ross, Walmart, you can get something like that, or the old-fashioned mesh strainer does the same thing. Okay, so I'm just gonna place my potatoes here. They look really, really good. I love Aldi's. Shameless plug. This is not a sponsored video, but I do frequent Aldi's once or twice a week. All right, so I'm gonna run some water over that. If you have a vegetable brush, you can go ahead and just make sure you get off as much dirt as possible. They do clean these prior to packaging them, but always trust your own cleaning. All right, so I'm gonna run some water over this. These are really clean. pouring over them. Alright, so what I also did was the bigger ones, the bigger potatoes, I cut them in half just so that they all can cook evenly. My water is rapidly boiling and I'm going to just carefully place them in. I haven't added in my garlic and onion powder. I haven't added that blend in, but this smells so good with that infused garlic oil. It smells really, really, really good. Okay, so let's get a spoon, work these around, and then I'll add the spices in. Okay, so that's just the right amount of water. That was 3 cups of water that I added in. You just want it to make sure that your potatoes are covered. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my spices. And that's just flavoring the water that I'm boiling my potatoes in. Smells really, really good. I want my potatoes to take that flavor on. Okay, so I'm going to leave it uncovered, and again, my stove is on medium heat. Alright, so let's get back to our potatoes. They were back there screaming while I was seasoning the salmon, like, hello, did you forget me? I need some attention. So how I test my potatoes is just to take a fork and go through it and see how easy it is for me to poke or pierce, however you stated, into my potatoes. So these have been going for about 20 minutes. Some of them are not giving as well as others, so I'm just going to give them a stir and let these go for about another 5 minutes. So I'll gather the ingredients for the mashed potatoes and come back. By the time we get all of that together, we should be ready to go. Okay, so we're going to use some of the usual suspects that come with mashed or smashed potatoes. Well, at least for me, these are some usual suspects. And again, I just like to go in my pantry, refrigerator, and just pull items that I have. And these are staple items that I'll have because you can use it to make pasta, potatoes. You can do a risotto, casserole, sour cream. This is freshly shredded Parmesan cheese and some salted butter. You can use unsalted. And I have some milk. The milk that we love is Fairlife. It's lactose free and it has additional protein. It's very good on protein. Alright, so I think our potatoes are ready to be drained. Then we're going to go ahead and place them back into the pot and start layering our flavors. Alright, so they're drained, and let me tell you, they are so buttery soft. Going in with half a stick of butter. You guys, so I could have sworn I had a potato masher, but I keep it real on this channel. We are going to use a whisk. So this is to let you know that I, for one, am not perfect, and things in your household may not be perfect, but use what you have. Learn to improvise. The world is not over because we don't have a potato masher. This whisk works just perfect. Okay, Do you, boo? Remember. Do you? Okay. So let's keep adding. I wanted to add that butter in there while the potatoes were hot. You don't want to over mash. I just wanted to smash them a little bit. And then now I'm going to work in our other flavors. Add this back to our heat. But I keep it super simple over here. That is simple. Okay, so we're gonna continue to add flavors. Okay, so I have a tablespoon of parsley flakes and 2 tablespoons of the grated Parmesan. This is the remainder of what I had left of an 8-ounce container of sour cream. So I'm gonna say this is about 2 ounces for the amount of potatoes that I had. All right, so you wanna go in and whip those lightly. That sour cream is giving everything an avenue to blend in well. This smells so amazing. So you're gonna taste it just to see like what other seasonings that you need. Now is the time that you would do that. And we're gonna go in with the milk. But you wanna be very careful in that. I don't really measure because it depends on how rustic you want your potatoes or how creamy you want your potatoes. You add more milk or cream. But these look amazing just like that. Add my milk into the sour cream container. Again, we are not perfect over here. So we know that that was 1 cup and I filled it about 1/4 of the way. So what does that give you? Right, 1/4 cup or 2 ounces. See how simple cooking can be? Just have fun with it. Just gonna whip that through. I tasted it. It doesn't need any more salt because we did add the Parmesan cheese to it. It tastes amazing. Perfectly whipped potatoes.
Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, share, and comment. And hit that bell on the way out to make sure that you are up to date on all of our latest videos. See you soon.